good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world watching this. And we are back in the beginner safe. And as my little message says here, we are going to face some tough times at some point. And despite the fact that we're sitting in the European spots at the moment, that is likely to change. Good morning, good afternoon now, Joshua. How are you doing? I hope you're well. We have had a couple of defeats of late. We lost to Everton 2-1, and we lost to Liverpool then following that, which was a pretty good performance, 2-1. I made an error, and I didn't see. Good afternoon, Neil. How are you doing, my friend? And that Liverpool game, I made an error. I didn't actually see that they had switched to playing down the middle at the end of the game. At the end of the first half, should I say. And they scored. And one of the things that you have to do when you are trying to survive is give yourself time to make decisions. And just looking at the schedule we've got coming up, we have Chelsea to play today. Then we are away at Norwich. You flag that as possible points. Manchester United, we're not expected to get anything out of that, and then we will play Brentford. You've got to be looking at 3 points from those 4 games, and that then would give us a total of 22 points. The magic 30 points is getting nearer and nearer. If we get to 30 points around about January, mid-January, we've survived. That's pretty much what we're aiming to do here. So there's going to be heartache ahead, but one of the things that you can do is you can give yourself more time to make decisions. And I always say to anybody who plays this game, watch the game as a manager and not a spectator. So if you play in key highlights, you are pretty much watching the game as a spectator. You simply don't have enough highlights to be able to make any in-game decisions, to make any sort of, like, I'm going to switch this, I'm going to change roles. It happens too fast, and you're pretty much leaving it to the game. What do I mean by leaving it to the game? Okay, so we have a bunch of fixtures that are going to take place today. And where are the fixtures? Somewhere around here. There are a bunch of fixtures that are going to take place today. Can't see them. I don't know where the fixtures are at the moment, but you can find them. I'm just I'm long woken up, yeah, I mean, watching the whole game will give you will give you a lot more time to make your decisions, but you don't have to. What will happen is the bunch of fixtures that are coming up, we can find them somewhere, maybe even in the... Yeah, so these are already, the game has already decided what those scores are going to be. So every one of those games that are being played, the AI the match engine has decided what the score is going to be based on a number of things. And it will do that on Monday evening, because there was a Monday game last week. So it will do that as soon as that Monday evening game is complete. So it will calculate the scores for the following week. And it will update that calculation as we go through the week, because teams might be involved in Europe, might have a midweek game, so it will update. But basically, the game Ipswich versus Chelsea, the score is already decided on Monday. So it's probably thinking, based on the squad, based on fitness at that time, based on injuries, it's probably thinking 3-0 to Chelsea, maybe 4-0 to Chelsea, because the difference between the two teams is huge. We have an opportunity. We have 2 opportunities to alter the score. The other scores can't be altered. That's it. They are set in stone. But we have an opportunity to alter this result. Pre-game setup by having a game plan. We can also look at fitness. We can also look at team selection. We can look at our own attacking style, our own defensive style, how we're going to target them. There's a number of ways in pre-week training and all sorts of things we can alter this result, make it better for us. Also in game we can also alter this result. So there's a number of ways we can change what the game has already decided that the result will be. So if you don't do anything, then the result is going to be what it's already decided. And if you're watching key highlights, you are just leaving it to the AI. You can still make changes in key highlights, but you're guessing. You're not actually making calculated guesses. You're not making calculated, good, informed decisions. So you have to give yourself time. Now, at the moment, we are playing in extended highlights. And we can see those results already decided. They were already decided a long time ago. Manchester City won, Manchester United lost, which is nice. They are actually performing as they are performing in real life. Arsenal have won, so these top teams have all won. But I'm interested in Chelsea's fixture list to begin with. And if we look at their schedule, they're not performing that great. And they have had 4 days. They've played in midweek. They played a Champions League game in midweek, which will affect their fitness level as they go into this game. So if we now go and look at their tactics, and there goes my light again. I need to do my light again. I have to go and buy some more lights again because this one is giving me absolute headaches. Let's hope it stays on. So if we look at them, you can see because of that midweek game, a lot of their players, their first team players, are very, very tired. And the game plan would be, therefore, if they play that team, the game plan for me would be to stay in the game, defend really well, and then in the last 20 minutes, maybe to go a little bit more positive, because hopefully we will be fitter at the end of the game and gradually increase our attacking towards the end of the game because they are tired. But they also have strength in depth. So they have fit players on their bench. So we need to be aware of whether they're going to play their first team against us. But they might think, this is an easy victory, so we'll play our reserves. In which case, that 4-0 original scoreline will come down. If they play their reserves, it might come down to 2-1 or 2-0. Now we have a better chance of affecting it in-game. So the game plan for me is basically to try and stay in it. I do know that Chelsea will play control possession, and that's horrible to play against because I really don't know if they're going to focus their play down the flanks, if they're going to focus their play through the middle, or if they're going to focus their play across the whole of the pitch. And if they focus across the whole of the pitch or down the middle, I need to have a higher line. I can't allow them space in the middle of the pitch. If they are going to play down the flanks, then I need to have a lower line to stop them getting into these spaces. At the moment, I don't know how they're going to play. So I'm going to start, because it's a control possession, with a higher line. I'm not going to trigger press much more often. I am going to get stuck in because I think we are braver and stronger than Chelsea. And we're going to play the rest of the game as we play it. It's a very direct counter-attack system. We're going to play in balance to begin with. I'm not going to focus down the flanks at this point because I don't know where they are focusing their play. But it's something that I need to be aware of. So that's how we set up. We're going to try and stay in the game. So in order to try and stay in the game, and this is really important, you want to give yourself as much of a chance to influence the game. So I'm going to start it off in comprehensive highlights. He does favour Delap, my assistant manager, but I don't think He wants me to focus play down the right. Now, normally he will say that for a reason. And I believe we should target their left side as they are weakest there. Now, I will bear that in mind. It's just advice. I don't have to take it. But I know that he has targeted their right-hand side. So I will ask him to do this. And their left-hand side, Ben Chilwell, Sterling, they have rotated a little bit, but they are playing some players who played in midweek. Lukaku is out, which is good news. So they have a pretty strong team. So we just need to stay in the game. And if they tire towards the end, I don't think they will have those problems at the end, because only 4 of their players are tired. They can substitute them. So at the moment, I'm just sticking to my game plan. We, as you can see, are fully fit. We haven't played for a week. So I still think the game has calculated that we will lose this game. And we have to get used to the fact that we are going to get some heartache. And the more highlights I see, though, the better I have of influencing the game. And that is fact. If you're playing key highlights, there's no time. Extended highlights, we can do this in. But I want to maximize now my opportunities in these next 4 games. And we have been given a lot of credit. And I think that we'll go back to my assistant now, because he usually changes his mind. And he has changed his mind a great deal. And I can understand why he wants these boys tight marked. Ben Chilwell is tired, as well as Reece James. So we might want to make life difficult for them if we possibly can. So I am going to bring him inside onto his left foot. And I'm going to do the same with Ben Chilwell. Maybe. Maybe not. Ben Chilwell is looking like a very good wing back. So I'm not going to actually do anything with him at the moment. He's tired. May not need it. And Gimenez up front. He's a very, very good forward. I wish I had a reserve on the bench like him. He's not aggressive. He's not very strong. And he's not very tall. So he's probably not very good in the air. And it's right to hard tackle him. Does he have a weaker foot? No. So I think my assistant has done the best he could with that. And I trust what he's done. So let's go and play this game. Now, we have given ourselves much more time. Remember how we're playing. We are playing with the lines. And if it's not going right, there's something wrong with the lines. We're going to play in the low block. We can expect to be under pressure. We can expect not to have any possession because we are not counter-pressing. We are regrouping and asking the boys to get back into position. He was pulled out of position there by Nkunku. So really, do I want people actually tight marking him? We'll have to keep an eye on that. And we're going to give away free kicks. It's going to be a pummeling. But even at 1-0, we are still in the game. And if we can keep the score, for somebody who's a team that's not very good in the air, they're giving us problems. But we did defend that okay. It's early on yet. But the highlights will give us a clue as to how they're playing. And the set pieces are set pieces. We just hopefully will defend very well. At the moment, you can see after a few minutes that they're focusing their play down the right-hand side, down our left. And Leif Davis, perhaps, is someone they are targeting. Usually he will play on an attack duty. Maybe they're thinking he's going to be playing attack. But we just need to stay in the game and just hope that we can sneak a goal. And we do have a highlight, which is good news. And Humphrey's into the box. Almost sneaks the goal that we needed. But the longer we can stay in this game, the better off we are. And if they are tired at the end, we can gradually increase our attacking, because we shouldn't be tired. We're not really doing much running around. And we are putting... What a save that was! That was flying in. And so we are putting Chelsea under the cosh at the moment. And it's difficult at the moment to see where Chelsea are attacking, because they're not attacking. If we can get an early goal, that will be good. But we do have to beware of counter-attacks. Control possession is really difficult to play against. Very, very difficult to play against. Because as I said, I don't know where they're going to focus. Like, still, after 10 minutes, down the right-hand side. And maybe I need to lower the line. If I get a highlight where I can see they are attacking that side, which they are, then maybe I'll lower the line. They are definitely looking to go outside. And if he gets outside, Palmer's on the ball. They are definitely going down that side. So I'm going to, for the time being, lower my line, just to try and stop them using that space outside. It's the problem that I have now, because they are so good at passing the ball around, that if I stop them going down that side, they will be able to go through the middle. And so we have to be very careful about them, as happened there, and don't give the ball away. But again, they're trying to get down, and they have succeeded. So I might even have to put the line lower to stop that happening. Everything is happening down that right-hand side at the moment. Once I see this equalising, now we got both flanks, the standard line is the right thing to do. It will stop them getting crosses in the main. So once I can see that this has equalised, I'm just now going to keep an eye on that 20% through the middle. And if it stays this way, we should be able to defend and hold out. If it changes, that 20% changes. That was a corner. I thought he just put it out. If that 20% changes and becomes more than what's happening down the flanks, then I will have to raise the line again. So this is like, I'm not sitting back here and watching the game as a spectator. I am actually trying to involve myself in the game. This game is called Football Manager. It's not called Football Spectator. And there's a reason for that. And now I'm going to have a look at potential problems. Cole Palmer looks like he's an issue, not because he's just got one key pass, because his pass completion is 92%. Nkunku only has pass completion of 78%, Ben Chilwell 80%, and he's a defender, central defender, so we don't need to worry about that too much. So Cole Palmer is the one that's possibly the player that they are looking for, and his passing ratio, his pass completion is extremely good. So we need to just bear that in mind as well. But at the moment, we are staying in this game. And remember, even 1-0 is staying in the game. So we're actually attacking well, because we are on a balanced... We are putting their goalkeeper under extreme pressure, and he's having to make some really good saves. And at the moment, we are unlucky. We've created better chances. From what I've seen, Chelsea's chances are all set pieces, and we have created really good chances from open play. We've had another chance there, and if we look at this now, we can see our shots on target ratio is not great, but it's generally... We're not even losing the possession battle by that much. So generally, we're putting up a very good performance at this point in time. We'll come to half-time and then we'll have a look at if Chelsea have got tired. And at the moment, though, given that it's comprehensive highlights, this is good to see because it means that Chelsea are not really doing anything. And in fact, we are the better team at the moment. But we always have to be wary. Keeping an eye on where their passing is going. Are we defending properly? Are they getting behind us? They're still getting behind us, but it's not dangerous. And we've still had the better chances. I think there was an offside there somewhere. You can see clearly their focus of attacks is down both flanks. The standard line is doing its job. They will at some point change, and we need to be vigilant when they change. But at the moment, I'd say we are favourites. We look like the better team. We're picking up loose balls. We're all over them. And that's maybe European hangover that they're suffering from now. And that's a lovely pass. We are in, but it's gone out for a set piece again. Yeah, I mean, Daniel, it's not how I've ever... It's not how... Yeah, huge mug of tea, Salonic, always in the morning one. I've never played the game like that, Daniel. For me, it's... I don't know. It's more fun to take a team of no-hopers and to develop a system of playing than just going hunting for wonder kids and then knowing that you're going to win within a couple of seasons. I just think it's more fun to actually play as a manager. Palmer is a problem. We can see Palmer is a problem. So I'm going to do a job on Palmer. And I'm going to ask Leif Davis to type mark Cole Palmer. Because he's getting far too much space out there. He's far too dangerous. I don't like those when the opposition are in our penalty area and there's like a coming together. We generally give penalties away for that. And that's another thing to remember. When you are first in the Premier League early in the season, you're going to give away a lot of penalties. And you think that's unfair, but it's actually realistic because this team has been playing in the Championship and they're moving up to a different level now. And what that means is that they are playing at a different level and they're not used to the pace and the tempo of the game. That's why you give away a lot of penalties early on. Later in the season, it's a lot better. I do want to tell Samuel Ling to ease off the tackles. I don't want a red card. I mean, you can go out and buy players. I just let my scouts do the job. As a manager, it's not my job to find players. I will be aware of players and teams that I've managed before. I will have some input on finding players, but generally, it's my scouts' job. That's why we hire them, let them do their job. And they will find players that will fit into your team, will fit the way that you play. They will eventually find players. And sometimes, though, you don't need players. Most of this squad, most of the team playing now came up from the Championship. 1 or 2 additions. And I think we've been unlucky so far. I think we've done extremely well. And they've been very solid at the back, although Scott McKenna doesn't think so. I'm happy with how they're doing things in midfield, and I'm happy with things in the final third, although Samuel Ling doesn't think so. And I just want us to keep doing what we're doing at the moment, because we are still in the game, and that's all we want to be, is in the game. And they have been unlucky. We've created much better chances than Chelsea. And let's hope we can sneak a goal here. And that's a foul as well. Yellow card, referee? We get yellow cards. Got to remind you. That free kick apparently was not worth watching. And, yeah, we are in comprehensive highlights. So it's surprising that there's so little going on. But if we look at the stats, Chelsea have only had 4 attempts. Our low block is keeping them out. I'm going to have a look at their... And you can see that they are suffering. This is the European hangover. And towards the end of the game, if you compare that to how we are looking good. We're looking fit. So at the end of the game, we might be able to take advantage of them. They're still not. Cole Palmer has been... The tight marking on Cole Palmer has worked. It's reduced the amount that they're playing down that right-hand side. We're always going to suffer heartache, though. Chelsea are, we got to remember, a much better team, and no matter how well this is going, the game is calculating the score all the time now. And what a chance, and 3 players missed it. 3 players. But I think we will be really unlucky if we don't get anything out of this game. And we've defended Sterling really well then. And that's when that happens, when we take the ball off them like that, it's a sign that your lines are working. We're stopping them getting into that space. So at the moment, we're doing extremely well. But there's a ball down the middle now. And he's offside. So the lines are working. Nkunku is very, very tired. So it might be a time to do something about Nkunku. He's absolutely out on his feet. But we are covering him quite well. Chilwell is out on his feet, and Reece James. And they will come forward more now. So what I'm going to do now is to focus my play down the flanks. Both wing-backs are extremely tired. So I want to focus my play down the flanks now. And see if we can influence the game just by targeting their wing back. I tend to take what the game gives me. Things crop up in the monthly or social media. Social media actually is a good source of information. People poo-poo social media. But if you just skim it, you can actually find snippets of information. And I have done. One of the fans said that he was not very happy with one of my players, El Missouri, last season, playing on the left-hand side. And I was saying, why is he not happy? Until I looked that he doesn't like playing on the left-hand side. So I switched him over, and he started to play better. So I found that in social media. So there are things that will help you. Chelsea are coming back into the game now. And if they are going to go higher up, push more bodies forward, hopefully there'll be space behind them. We're not going to have much of the ball. I don't expect to have much of the ball. I expect just to counter-attack. And that is about the best Chelsea can do. Long shots at the moment. But they are definitely playing in a much more attacking way at the moment. They're looking for this goal. So we really have to be defensively solid. Keep pushing them back once they're in our half. We're not going to engage them until about here. Keep pushing them back. And hopefully tiredness will help get them to make a mistake. Again, good defending. we're staying in the game at this point. We also have a couple of tired players and one or two who are not playing very well. George Hurst, surprisingly, isn't playing very well, but I trust him. The reason he's probably not playing very well is he's not had any of the ball, but I trust him because he's in form, and if we can get the ball to him, then we will have a chance. And that's a really nice pass, but unfortunately Ling is not playing well enough. And I think it's time to make a couple of changes, and we'll look at this Chelsea team, and they are really struggling down the flanks. So I want to change players on the flanks. All down the flanks, they are really struggling. Cole Palmer is okay, but we've got him tight marked. So I want to change players down our flanks. So Burns, for example, he's not playing particularly well. So maybe Jason can come in for Burns. Get some fresh legs in positions where they are struggling. Ling is not playing very well. He's tiring. So Broadhead can come on for him. And our wing-backs, Leif Davis, is playing very well. He is tiring and probably will need to come off. And Hurst, unfortunately, I'm going to give Hurst another 10 minutes. We haven't really started attacking them yet, from what I can see. But I trust Hurst at the moment. I don't trust Delap. So even though he's on a 6.4, that's probably because he's not getting service. And if we can get a cross, a low cross into the box, he is deadly from those. But that's not a very good one. That's a high cross, which is easy to defend. We need low crosses. But we are picking up loose balls. We're not really losing in terms of possession. We're creating attacks. We've almost scored again. And that was Hurst. And maybe I'm starting not to trust him now. I'm looking at Leif Davis down the flanks. He is tiring. And I'm looking at Hurst. He's getting very tired and not playing very well. So maybe a couple more substitutions now. Yeah, Hurst is one. Delap has got to start playing at some point. And Leif Davis. We'll just give Leif... I've still got one more stop, haven't I? So we'll just give Leif Davis another 10 minutes. And then again, a lovely ball into the box, but that's easy for the goalkeeper. So we are coming back into the game. And this is at the point now where I've got to start thinking, I need to just up the game a little bit. Chelsea are really, really struggling now. And what I'm going to do now at 72 minutes is go positive. I want us, because we are fitter, Tyler Morton is struggling, Leif Davis is struggling. Both of them are playing well. But because we are slightly fitter than them, we can afford maybe to go forward a little bit more. And so we'll go positive. We'll try and take the game to them. Look how tired they are. This is their European hangover. And it's only going to take one good pass and we could win this game. And in all fairness, I think we've managed this game so that we are the better team. There's a chance and it's gone in. It still can't go in. We've been so unlucky. We've really managed this game really well and we've been so unlucky. They have made changes. And I think they've made changes down the flanks. So we'll have a look at what changes they've made. And yeah, they've taken off both wing backs. They've taken off Cole Palmer. So they have made changes down the flank. So maybe now I've got to focus through the middle because they're more tired through the middle now. And that means my last substitutions will be Tyler Morton. So Tyler Morton will bring someone fresh legs on there. Humphreys is okay. Chaplin is struggling. But it's better to change Leif Davis than Chaplin, because Chaplin isn't defending too much, but I want to make sure we're okay on the flanks. And so just after this highlight, I'm going to change my focus attack to through the middle, because that's where they're most tired now. Not down the flanks anymore. And that's another lovely ball into the box, but we still can't get on the end of it. I still can't do it yet. I think if we lose this, we've been extremely unlucky. So now I'm going to focus my play through the middle where they are most tired. And this is the difference between watching as a manager and watching as a spectator. And I hope that because we've gone a little bit more positive now, we're not throwing players up the pitch. Chelsea are now playing much more through the middle themselves. So that means that I want to push the line up a little bit, because they are now focusing their play much more through the middle. And I don't want them having too much space in the middle of the pitch. It seems odd that they are focusing through the middle because they're not fit there. But they are still looking at the visually. They're still trying to get round the back of us. So maybe that's a poor call. We'll give it a couple of minutes. But I think we've been extremely unlucky. But to get 1 point against Chelsea, I'm going to take that off, because I don't think it's working particularly. And I'm going to pull the line back down, because I still am concerned about them going around the back of us. And if they do get a cross in, then it could be very dangerous. Like that. And probably a good idea to actually focus it down the middle. I'm going back to balance now, because I want to hold on and try and get this result. Yeah, you're right, Solonic, but not really too much. I think press conferences are more about pleasing the board than they are about influencing the game. I don't know what happened with my light there, but it is a bit strong. I mean, I think we've done extremely well in this game. I think if Chelsea score a late goal now, it will be a travesty. Let's deal with my light again. And it will be... This will be the heartache that you don't want to have. There's only 3 minutes. It's just a case of holding on now. I'm looking for long balls, just like that. But that didn't seem to worry, because there's no space for them between our defensive line and the goalkeeper. There's no space. And there's no space between our midfield and our defence for them to look for little pockets where they can be creative. Are we going to score a late goal? What a chance! It's not going to happen. And I am very proud of how the boys have played. Very proud indeed. The game plan didn't work because Chelsea made the right substitutions. But we're in again, and what a chance for Delap. And I just can't believe this, how we've had so many chances. But you've got to take your chances to win these big games. And we're not always going to take them. And we are creating another, because Chelsea are throwing bodies forward, we are now getting into dangerous situations. I think we've been so unlucky. So unlucky. There's just a minute and a half left. Just need to hold on now. I think I'll start time wasting. Although we are finishing stronger by the look of it, I just want to hold on now. just waste some time. A 0-0 draw against Chelsea will be a very good result for us. A poor result for Chelsea. I targeted around about 4 points from the next 4 games. This 1 point would be brilliant. We have games against Norwich and Brentford that we are in with a shout. And this 1 point will be a real bonus for us. And I think we've done extremely well. And that's it. Get rid of it. Time's up now. We've still got the ball, though. I think we played Chelsea really brilliantly here. I was expecting a 2, maybe 3-0 defeat. I think we've played absolutely brilliantly. And that is the difference between watching in key highlights and giving yourself time. If I'd watched that in key highlights, I wouldn't have been able to make those changes that I made. We gave them a game. And looking at the chances, we had the better chances. And I'm going to say you were unlucky. They were unlucky. Unfortunately, Hurst and Delap missed absolutely blinding chances. And so we stay in 7th. And that's about as good a start. Hi, Spike. How you doing? You think you've done something magical. I'm in the 3rd round of the FA Cup with a semi-pro team who are 2-3 leagues below. Playing Notts Forest at home. This game will do things that'll make you feel happy, mate. I'm not quite sure. Have you actually played the game yet? But you are actually in the 3rd round with a semi-pro team. And yeah, that is absolutely magical. So well done to you. 4th round, here we come. Has vowed to end his concern about his lack of goals. I've already criticised him and told him it's not good enough, so I'm not going to do it again. And I don't like that report. Ipswich hold on to a draw. I think we actually were the better team. Clark is developing concerns. I do have a little bit of wage budget left. Quite a bit, actually. And I actually don't want to lose Harry Clark. He wants to play... Oh, it's not about budget. He wants to play first-time football. Who's actually at full-back at the moment? Harry Clark can play as the inverted full-back. He's not as good, but I don't want to lose him. What's his happiness? Let's have a look at his actual playing time is regular starter, agreed playing time regular starter. I don't know what the problem is. I really don't know. He's playing exactly as he should be. He's unhappy with the amount of game time. It's because he's missed the last 2 games. Okay, so he's playing as he's supposed to be playing. Sometimes this game is bonkers. Garuzabel has played a lot of games, I think. What should I do? Good luck for that, Spike. What should I do? Garuzabel has played a ton of games. He's an important player, though. I could give Harry Clark games in the middle of the pitch because our central defenders are not playing too well. I'm going to say we'll give him the playing time because I don't want to lose him. I'll ask Humphreys to resolve it, but this very seldom works. Unable, so we'll have a word with him. He's fairly neutral going into the meeting, but now he's irritable. I'm not going to tell him that. I'm not going to give you regular football just because you've asked for it. There's no none of these that actually say, oi, you're playing as a regular starter, which is what your contract says. Pretty much a squad player at this point. There is a lot of football to be played. That was the one. And well done, we got out of that. We got out of that. So this game now against Norwich becomes an even bigger game. And it's just amazing that we are still sitting there in 7th. I was expecting to be more like 16th at this point in the season. But Bournemouth beat Manchester United as well. Manchester United are down in 12th. That's about real. And yeah, I think we're doing really well. And Norwich coming up. This is a game that we could get something out of. Jack Taylor doesn't seem himself. Now, you can't be starting more games. But the problem is that I don't have strength in depth in midfield. He's playing actually surplus to requirements, and he's a squad player. Maybe I should be thinking about expectations for the next few games. A fringe player. A fringe player expects the occasional opportunity. Can I just bypass this and then give him the occasional opportunity to impress me? And if we bring him on as a sub, so I'll just bypass that at the moment and just give him some game time. I don't want to actually upset anybody. Hayden Hackney, he's a go-to player, isn't he? But he's a playmaker, and I'm not using a playmaker. Oh, even as a Segunda Volante. I mean, he's decent. He's a go-to player. He's got the mentals to do it. So we will put him on the short list again. Everybody will buy Hayden Hackney. And this guy, who's a striker, just doesn't have it for me. Doesn't have what it takes. The others, probably not worth bothering about. Again, he's a central midfielder and a playmaker, and I'm not using a playmaker. So we don't need him. And we will move on. We will move on. Everton won the FA Cup and got relegated. They're playing in Europa League and the Championship. Funnily enough, I do believe, I think it was 22, that actually happened to me. I got relegated, but I kept my job because we were in the Europa League. I do believe it happened to me. But FM22, I think, maybe before FM22, but it has happened. So Norwich have played on the Monday, haven't they? This is a game we could get something out of, but we don't want to take them lightly. If we win this Norwich game, then we will play Manchester United, who are also not in form. There's points to be had here. Points to be had. There's a long break. Is it an international break? I think it might be an international break. Yeah, so I think I probably need to play players. Especially him. Luongo can play. Burgess can play. Harry Clark can play. A bit of luck, Harry Clark gets injured for a few weeks. Harness can play. All of them can play, actually. 45 minutes for Timeman because he's been injured. All of them can have a game. Not all of them will play. I always remember when they come back from international duty to give them a rest. Give them a day off. Harry Clark's been injured, but it's only for the duration of the international break. So at the moment, we're still really doing well. Harness has got injured. No time. And like, I paid 6 million for him. He hasn't played a game yet. He's been injured all the time. He hasn't played a game yet. Harness is injured as well. Everybody's getting injured. The game's relentless. Absolutely relentless. I think I'm just probably don't bother with training. Just keep them at home. But then they'll probably trip over the coffee table. Something will happen. Don't go shopping. You're not allowed out the house. Jack Taylor, 4.8. After he told me that he wants more playing time. Cameron Burgess, 5.6. Not good enough, boys. If you want playing time, you've got to earn it. 6.2, he might have low expectations of himself. Oh, absolutely. Delighted. Absolutely. I hate these questions. What do they think I'm going to say? No, I wasn't very happy to see him score. I don't like him. It's the same response every single time. We just did this, didn't we? Oh no, we ignored it, didn't we? And now I can't move on from it. He's demanding now. That's Chaplin. We'll try it. It won't work though. No. He's not a very good player. It's like, why would I want to give him game time? Fringe player in his prime years. He's not going to get any better. There's a lot of... Shall I try that one? But he's angry. He's not important to the team. I'll give you... No, he doesn't want bench time. It would be better if you were prepared to accept. I don't want to lose you, but I can't go around making guarantees. Get your head down. He's very hurt. And probably will put in a transfer request. In fact, I think he's worth 12 million. I might actually put him on the transfer list. The problem is that he's high up in the hierarchy. If we look at the hierarchy, he's actually not that high. Hurst, Wolf, and McKenna, Burgess, Ling. Actually, he's not a very important player at all. He's right down at the bottom. So he can be hurt. Nobody's going to support him. But I will give him some playing time as a fringe player. See if he can impress me. How are you getting on, Spike? How are you getting on against Forest? Not a great team. They are good in the air. I hate 4-4-2s. But they don't have any pace. But I'm willing to bet they're going to play wing play. Willing to bet they are going to play wing play. Absolutely willing to bet that one. Yeah, there we go. So I want to have a lower line. I don't want them getting behind me. So we'll start with a standard line. I'm not going to go out of the low block. I'm going to give them respect. And we're going to play as we've been playing. There's nothing wrong with what we're doing. Just want to watch for when they're coming back from international duty. 5 players are coming back tomorrow. $4.2 million. He's actually a good player. We'll put him on the short list. 4.2 million is quite good. Goes in attack. We are coming up, but we don't have any money, and that's why it might be interesting to sell Jack Taylor, who's worth 12 mil. See what we get from him. Oh, I do. That reminds me. I want to make a board request at this time. I want to make a request for an increase in the transfer revenue. And if we're doing well, they will sometimes do it for you. Well suited. Okay. Okay. Steve Johnson showing no improvement. Okay. Oh, got another one. Of course I'm pleased. What am I going to say? No, I'm not. Hate him. So we can rest. A couple of players have come back. He should get a rest. Harness should get a rest, and Al-Hamadi. But Al-Hamadi's unregistered, so we don't need to give him a rest, but Harness should get a rest. And people forget to do this. But coming back from international duty is quite difficult. We've got more coming back tomorrow, so they can get a day off as well. Ladapo. Let's offer him via the transfer. Take whatever I can from him. Important. We'll try it, but I guess some of these are going to be very unhappy. Yeah, Hurst, for example. Oh, he's not too happy. Unhappy. Harwood Bellis. Ugh. So we'll tell them that it was an honest error. Maybe we'll try a target with him. Okay. I want to see you improve and sustain your average match rating. He's content with that. So set him a 7. Heads up about... Oh, that was Hurst, was it? Harwood Bellis. We'll do the same with him. He's neutral. There's a lot of competition. He's happy with that. So we got out of those two as well. Sometimes you just got to find the one. And we got lucky because those are... So have these players come back now? It's Thursday. Can I give them Friday off? It's probably a bit risky. We'll have a look at their... He's not improving despite the fact he's had a day off. Scott McKenna is a little tired, but he's not too bad. So none of them need a day off. And we've got it. We got the transfer revenue increased to 75%, which is useful. And that's probably because we're doing well that the board have decided, hey, why not? He still wants Delap in instead of Hurst. Delap has promised to end his goal drought. So let's give him a chance to do just that. The rest of the team I'm very happy with. Jack Taylor, we have to remember, just give him 15 or 20 minutes at the end. This is a big game. Of course, it's the derby. It is the derby. And maybe I should have gone to the press conference for this one. But I'm sure my assistant will do a better job than I will. Well, that's up to you. I don't do that. So you go ahead and do what you think is necessary. Hey, Fabio, how are you doing? A lot of people do that. A lot of people watch my streams while playing the game. I streamed for 6 hours yesterday, all told, and a lot of people were either watching the game or playing FM, and watching the games on TV or playing FM. It's just kind of like, I guess, background stuff, which is really cool for me. Jack Taylor's still not doing the business. I wonder if he's gone up a little bit. No, he's down to 5. I need to be calling him and say, I won't tell you again. I think we have to sell him. He's angry. Oh, did I click the wrong one for Tyler Morton? Oh, what a twit. That's because I'm not focused. Jack Taylor. He's got to get better. He's gone down from his 5.2 last time. Luongo this time. Why are they not training? They're just not training very well. I'll leave him alone. He's just not interested. So, the big game. I'd like to think we can get a win here. But it doesn't mean that I'm going attacking. Expectations is that we draw. Unfortunately, I've upset Tyler Morton, which is not a good thing. And, oh, we didn't have a look, actually, how... Yes, we did. They're playing a 4-4-2 wing style. We did all that. Oh, boy. I don't think at the moment I have any sort of game plan. I just want to see how it pans out. I want to just check the bench. Clark, Wolfenden, Hartel, Taylor, Broadhead, Jason, Hurst. Cameron Humphreys is the main man at the moment. So unfortunately Hartel will have to stay on the bench. He'll be the next one who says, I'm not happy, boss. It's just too much of that in FM. Way too much. This won't be easy. Make sure you give it everything. And then I want to say I'm expecting a solid defense. I'm expecting. Give us the edge, Delap. You promised me that you would end the goal drought. So go and give us the edge, sunshine. Oof, lots of instructions. The midfield is very important. He's a good player. And he's a good player. They've got 2 playmakers in there. So we need to make sure that they are not given any space. Come on, boys. Let's get the win we fully deserve. If we can win this one, well, we're almost on the way to that elusive 30 points. We'll have 23 points if we win this one. If we draw, will be a good result. Be 21 points. All the time I'm just focused on survival, even though we're in 7th. When we've got the points to survive, I can just relax then and see where we end up. But just for now, I'm focused on surviving. And we got 20 points after 12 games. That's a huge haul. If we keep that up, we'll have 60 points at the end of the season, which will be European places. Good pass to Chaplin there. Did he stay onside? But what a poor first touch. What a poor first touch that was. Are we getting stuck in? Yeah, I don't want to do that in the derby. Come off the tackles, boys. Sensible tackling. See how their wing play looks. Oh, that's a through ball. That wasn't wing play. That was not wing play. That was right through the middle. So they've caught me out here. My scout feedback when they're saying they're going to play wing play is incorrect, because it looks like they're playing right through the middle. And if they're playing through the middle, I've got to push my line up. And that is, I've been caught out there by my scout's information. Dropped down to 7th. We were in 7th at the start of the day. That was absolutely dreadful. But we'll keep it as it is for now. It's early days yet. But that was something I wasn't expecting. It's up to Delap now. End your goal drought. And that's a corner. Interesting. Very interesting, that. That is like, okay, how are we going to deal with that? We're not going to do anything. It's just a fluke goal. That's not very good. See that? You see that in FM a lot. It's a highlight that appears a lot. So Archie Gray, 1 pass, 1 assist. But we do have to win those second balls, which we're not. And they are trying these through balls, aren't they? So according to the visual, they are trying through balls in that area of the pitch. It's not wing play. Go on, Burns, you're through. Oh, what are you doing, you numbskull? There's a little slip pass in there. They would be in all sorts of trouble. He tried a shot, but at the moment it's telling me that they are definitely trying to get down the flanks. But it was that one... Are they playing narrow wing play? That's a lovely pass. Into the box. To Lap. No, it's not happening for us, is it? I'd like to score a goal in this episode. And sometimes you lose the games you're expecting to get results out of. And that's the way it goes sometimes. But as long as you get results somewhere else, like Chelsea, then it won't seem to matter. That's poor. Offside. But the game is indicating that they are playing wing play. But I have to watch this area here, where those through balls are coming from. So to Stacey. Tried it again, but it failed that time. They are looking to use that space. Oh, come on. Come on, boys. Oh, Delap. He's not the biggest of boys. Although he is quite big in real life, isn't he? He's quite big. It's been all Ipswich. All Ipswich so far. We've got them like pinned in, but they are looking very dangerous. They're looking very, very dangerous. We shouldn't be pressing that high up the pitch either. And that was a long shot. That was, I don't know, what am I doing wrong, boys? We're dominating the game, but they look more dangerous. I hate wing play. And I hate 4-4-2s. Where am I going wrong? We look like we're playing quite high up the pitch, so maybe it's time to push up and play in their half. We are much better than they are at the moment. Maybe it is time to play in their half. And we're not winning the second balls. Well done, Burns. Nicely done. Delap, we really need you to do something today. Come on, it needs to be much more direct than this. Oh, Humphreys, what are you doing? Good tackle. Yeah, it seems to me that that is the right thing to do, but I am going to push up a little bit. I'm going to go into a mid-block. Just push up a little bit. Because I think we're letting them come on to us too much. Oh, this is very dangerous, but well done, goalkeeper. So 4-4-2, I tend to go down the middle and play wide to force their midfield and defence to play a little bit wider. Let me try and get a grip on that. You play down the middle, but play wider. I mean, we're the better team, but we are in this phase where I can't seem to score a goal. Chelsea, we should have won that game, but we just couldn't score. And I've got the same feeling in this one. I can't score. And like both strikers are out of form now. Oh, what a shot from Humphreys. What a drive. So maybe it was just push the lines up a little bit and play in their half a bit more. What a strike that was. What a goal. On the volley. Oh, yes. Get in. Cameron Humphreys, that's what you're in the side to do. You're a good player. We're now up to 6th. So maybe it was just push the line of engagement up a little bit. It could. I'm going to try focus play through the middle. I'm not going to go wider yet, but I'm definitely going to go and try focus play through the middle. And the game at the moment is very balanced. They look very dangerous when they come forward. He's offside by a million miles. Yeah, the referee's seen it. It's finely balanced at the moment. I'll take a draw in this big game away. But I'm sure we can get another goal. There's that wing play. And there's the standard line dealing with it really well. But we're not quite right in the middle of the park, are we? And that's because my lines now, we're leaving space. And so I'm going to push my line up. Just take a chance just before, for 15 minutes before half time. Play with a higher line to just close the space in the middle. Because we're not winning the second balls. And we need to be winning the balls that drop down. Set pieces, nothing I can do. Now we'll have another look. Can we win that second ball? No, we still can't win that second ball. So we're getting overrun in midfield. You're offside some. I spotted it. The linesman spotted it. The moment we're not doing very well. But we're back in the game. Go on, Burnsy. Go on, son. Go on. Lovely cross. Delap can't get on the end of it. Goes out for a corner. Come on, go from a set piece. Come on, boys. Come back from behind. Come on. I may go a little bit wider. I might take your advice, Solonic. Just try going a little bit wider before half time. So we'll go standard. Yeah, the defenders will have to spread out, but I will be leaving myself. You think fairly wide? Or standard? I'll just start with standard. Just give us a little bit more width. We do have good wing backs. Oh, hit the bar. So we're definitely back in this game, that's for sure. Come on, boys. Go on, Humphreys, let one rip again. He's got another one. Get in. A little curler. And we have done another one. So I don't know if I want to make that change now. I want us crossing the ball generally from the edge of the penalty area. But at the moment, Humphreys is just like taking this game by himself. What a little curler. I'm not going to make that change. Because we've now gone ahead. So if we've gone ahead, why change it? It's just two absolute pearlers from the edge of the box. I'm still concerned that they're not actually playing wing play. They are now. But we've defended that okay, I think. Goalkeepers. The idea is you force them into places to cross from where it's not going to be very effective. Make them rush their crosses. Don't give them any space and time down the flanks. Absolutely, Solonic. It is just simply, the game is simply about that. It's just how much risk are you prepared to take? And I'm not really prepared to take too much at the moment. We are new to the Prem. And any team we play are capable of beating us. So I ain't taking any risks. And I'm playing with a low block. Or the mid block is working here. But I'm not high pressing. Oof, thought Chaplin was going to get another one. Come on, Delap. You owe me a goal. Yeah, I mean, I see, I watch a lot of people playing this game. I was in a stream the other day where the guy was making changes to his lines. He didn't know why he was doing it. He's making really poor choices. He's set his team up in a very attacking way. They're not a very good team. And he's wondering why he's getting beaten a lot. He's just taking far too many risks for the quality of team that he's got. And he's leaving himself way open at the back. And I tried to tell him that he was playing a team, and I could clearly, even in key highlights, I could see that they were playing down the wings. You could see it. There's nothing in the middle. So I told him that the reason you're losing is because you need to have a lower line, get it down to balanced. And he said, "No, the reason I'm losing is it's just a terrible team." And that's the way that people play the game. They think a terrible team will lose. We are the worst team in the Premier League, and we're sitting in 6th or even 5th, maybe at the moment. And so terrible teams can do well. So we are where? We're in 6th. We're not far from 5th. And that is how most people play the game. And he was like just playing with his lines without any reason for actually doing it. And it's like, I can explain it to you so easy. Keep working hard, boys. Keep working hard. You can still improve. What if I have a quiet word with Delap? What's the options? Delap and Ling. What's the options? Relax, it won't do you any good to stay in this frame of mind. He's composed. You're doing well. He's gone a 6.7. Keep going. I know you have the ability. Let's G him up a little bit. Let's try and get him to end this goal drought. But I've also got to do something to give him more chances. And the way we create chances is by overloading the right-hand side. And I'm not seeing that at the moment. Possibly because I'm not attacking enough down that side. But I don't want to focus down the right. That's not how we do it. We focus down the left. That's not how we do this. Watching him. Nicely done, though. Nicely done. So usually our goals start on the left and we create space on the right. It's not working at the moment. So it should go out. Now we have a 2-on-1. That's how we create the goals, but they've covered it. Starts on the left, we move it out here, and we usually have a 2-on-1 out here. That's how this system creates the goals, but it's not working quite at the moment. But come on, let's just get another one and put this game to bed. Humphreys has another try. I thought he was going to get a hat-trick of long-range efforts then. Not to be. I'm not sure wider is the way that this tactics works best, because I need low crosses, not these floated things. So I'm going to take that. Oh, we already are back to fairly narrow. And I'm not sure that's working. I'm going to focus play down the left so that we can then switch it. I think that's probably the best way. Leif Davis is one of our best players. Let's get him involved, switch it across, and we hopefully use that 2-on-1s. These two boys. Ling, I don't know why I've bought him. He's an absolute nightmare. Why did I buy him? What happened there? Free kick for some reason. He probably blew on him or sneezed on him or something. That's where they're dangerous, those little round the corner balls. But well defended, well defended. These two up front are bothering me. Ling is bothering me a great deal. Inverted winger is his best role. Could play him as a winger, playmaker. Could play as an inside forward. Let's try him as an inside forward. He's not playing very well. Oh, as an inverted winger. Personality for Delap. Let's have a look. It's a good point. It's well worth having a look. Fairly determined. So if he says he's going to do something, he will be determined. I've just got to try and help him, and I don't think the where we're attacking should be attacking from is working at the moment. It might be better later, but normally we get the ball here and we go across the field, but we're not going across the field very rapidly. Well done, Leif Davis. I thought he was going to make a mistake then. But Delap is fairly determined, so hopefully it won't be too long. He's on a 6.7. He's not playing that bad. Oh, I thought my goalkeeper had just let that in then. That would have been a short video. That's the best own goal of the season. Now, we're not going to score from a highlight that begins there. More likely Norwich are going to score on the counter. Oh, acres of space. Go on, go on, take the ball off him. Oh, miles offside. Miles offside. Okay. Ling, I'm going to shout, demand more from Ling. He's a good player, but so why he's just hasn't had a good game since he arrived? And why is that? Why is he not playing well? So we'll try him as an inside forward. If that doesn't work, a few games on the bench, sunshine. Send him to prison. I don't know what else to do. I just send him off to boot camp for a few weeks. Get the boys to beat him up in the dressing room. I don't know what else to think of. Hey, Charlie, how you doing? I didn't see the name there, but yeah, Delap is determined. So having told him that he needs to get his act together, and then he's made a promise that he would end his goal drought. You've got to think that at some point he's going to do it. It's just we're not attacking in the way we should be. And this is where it should come from. Hey, DDP, good to have you here. I get people from all over the world popping in to say hello. And it's really cool. That's where we get the attacks from. And then low crosses into the 6-yard box and a tap in. I don't want to slow it down. No, I don't want to slow the game down too much yet. We're winning. Don't make changes at the moment. Come on, boys. Still not doing it. I wonder if it's because these two are attacking wing backs, and maybe they shouldn't be told to run wide. I want them to sit narrower. Let's take that off. And the same for Leif Davis. He's not told to do that. I don't want them crossing from wide. We're not very good crossing from wide. But these little crosses from the edge of the box can be deadly. And maybe I want Leif Davis to underlap. Sargent is having a good game. So let's go and ask my assistant. He's already on the case. As he gets tired now, I want him closed down. I want this boy closed down to try and get him to make a mistake. They're not playing very well up front. That's something that's got to be considered rather than a prison sentence. But I think I'm going to ask Leif Davis to underlap. It should be already. So I'm going to underlap on that side to get him coming inside. And can he play as a wing? We could play him as a winger or a playmaker out on that side. Can play as a wide playmaker. Someone will hold the ball up. Let's play him as a winger. And because we've got the underlap, he might hold the ball up. We'll try it that way. But we are struggling to break teams down. But we are ahead. And this is the Premier League, and I've got a championship rated side here. And we are in 6th place. So what on earth am I concerned about? Lovely pass to Lapsin. Is this his moment? No, it isn't. Oh, Delap. You nutcase. You had a perfect chance then. An open goal, 1-on-1. I've got a feeling that DPP would have scored that one. Oh, boy. We've got to put this game to bed. Because if we don't, they will equalise. So I'm afraid you two, you're going to have to come off. Gave you your chance, and you didn't take it. Ling can come off as well. Broadhead is doing a much better job out there. And we'll play him as... Actually, I wonder if an advanced playmaker. That's his best role. But an inside, we'll play him as an inside forward. I'm going to keep the underlap. I want Leif Davis coming inside. We'll leave it at that for the moment. We are, I think, the stronger of the two teams. The fitter of the two teams. But they could score at any time. They could score at any time. And they are coming back into the game. Why are they coming back into the game? Because their focus is down the middle now. So I'm going to focus outside. Actually, I'm going to take that off. We need a higher line, yeah. If their focus is down the middle, we have to play with a higher line. But I'd say we're edging it. That's not a problem from 40 yards. Just want to have a quick look at their fitness levels. He's left a gap there. But well recovered. Ooh, it's my goalkeeper's got to stop doing that. Pick it up. Don't give me kittens. I can't hear the whistle. Well done, Broadhead. Now it should be going across the pitch. Now we've got the space. This is how it's supposed to be played. Now we're in. Almost. That's much better. That's how the tactic is supposed to work. Broadhead coming deep inside. Sarah is their main problem. And they look tired. They look very, very tired. Sarah, we don't look so bad. So their main problem is a guy called Sarah. He's already being type marked, but he plays on the left-hand side, so our right midfielder needs to follow him around. Come on, boys. Get this third goal. Hurst won't let me down. Across the box now. What a chance. Oh, the joys of being a manager who's just been promoted. Oh, another opportunity goes to waste. Another long-range effort, this time from Chaplin. Go on, boys. Come on. We've got the wind in our sails now. Oh, even Harwood Bellis is taking long-range efforts. And they're on target. That's the thing. We are working this goalkeeper. Go on, 3 points here, and that's the 4 points that I actually wanted. This will be so good. That's where we attack from. Nicely done. He's offside, though. No, he isn't. Oh, yes, he is. Right, let's make some more changes. We want to bring on Jack Taylor, because he's a moaning mini. Leif Davis is tiring. He plays a lot of football, that boy. But it's the other side that is the problem. So Harry Clark can come on the other side. Broadhead, we don't know about those yet. So there's one more. Humphreys, has he spent? We don't know yet. We'll wait to see who gets most tired now. But at the moment, things couldn't be looking better. But I still think that there's a goal in Norwich. So we really need this goal. They are tired, and I'm wondering if I should go positive now. Let's go positive, because they're very tired. Much more tired than we are. He's come deep, Sarah. So he will pull my DLP out of shape. My DLP is way out of position, which is not good. Maybe I should ask Chaplin to mark him instead. Bring Chaplin deeper. There's the ball trying to get outside, but we've got a high line now, which is dangerous. And they have scored. And that's because of the high line. Oh, boy. So I need to pull the line back. That's my error. And I'm going to go into a low block. Just hold on to this point now. That's my error. I didn't realize I still had a high line. And they were able to get behind. He had too much space. Goalkeeper made a complete hash of it. Ah, that is not good. Let's shout encouragement to them. We can get another goal. We've been pretty good. Just in front of goal, Hurst and Delap cannot score. Let's try him. And then let's think about the goalkeeper distribution. Let's try it that way. Play him as a target forward. The goalkeeper kick it long. Let them look for him. I think he would prefer to play as a target forward than a... What I don't want is for Norwich to win this now, which they're looking like they will. Ah, boy, who would be a football manager in FM? Norwich are finishing very strong. Scott McKenna is very tired. So maybe I want someone tall on the pitch. So let's bring on Wolfenden. I can't afford to have a tired centre back. Go on. Not going to be. Corner, though. We've got a set piece. Can we pinch it? I think we probably... A draw is probably a fair result. I would say a draw would be a fair result. Although those 2 goals that Humphrey scored were worth winning any game. Come on, tackle him. That's it. Well done, but it's fallen to them again. Come on, take him out of the game. Nicely done. Just want to go to my assistant now. Because of these subs. He hasn't done anything with them. I'm going to type mark him as well. Just make sure that he doesn't get too much space. The other thing is that type marking decision I made. I don't want to do that anymore. It's pulling that DLP too far up and it's leaving a space in front. So we'll just let him have the ball. Players in his zone can mark him. Norwich have been very good. They haven't made a single mistake all game. We've made several mistakes, but Norwich haven't made a single mistake from what I can see. They've been extremely good. Now, I want to go back to balanced. Let's go back to cautious. Let's hold on to this game. A point is a point. I still fancy Ipswich to win this. Not Ipswich, Norwich to win this. They're attacking relentlessly now. We can't get the ball back. We're going to lose the ball in the middle of the park because I've lowered the line. But if we get a point here, I'll be very happy. He's not too well. So unfortunately, I've got two strikers who are not playing very well. It's like, and I don't know what to do about that. Oh, I thought there was going to be a lovely through pass then. Not quite. Go on, Hurst. Go on, have a run, son. If he can get it into the box. Now, can you get it into the box? No, he can't. So, actually, maybe, as the title of the video suggests, the hard times are not coming. 2-2 against Norwich. That's probably a good result away. And 1-1 against Chelsea. 0-0 against Chelsea is definitely a good result. If we can sneak this with a better team in time added on, if we can sneak this, it'd be brilliant. We're not going to, but it would be brilliant. It's been very level. It's been a very even game, shall we say. Good tackle. And I think it's time up now, referee. I'm pretty sure, well, unless you've lost your whistle. Yeah, 2-2. I'd say that's a fair result. It was an even game. Pocket chorus. Yeah, nervous players, Salonic, absolutely. 66 million. Yes, 0 goals and 0 assists in 8 appearances and got injured. Money well spent, that. Hydrox, absolutely money well spent. I've brought in Timon as a wing back. He hasn't played a game yet. Cost me 6 million of a very small transfer budget. And then I brought in a winger, Ling, who just cannot play football at all. He's just like... It happens. Yeah, let's sympathise with them. But Delap 6.4 again. He can't start. I have to trust Hurst. But we're still in 6th. We have 21 points. We're still 9 points away. I want that 30 points before Christmas. Those 2 goals were outstanding. Absolutely outstanding from Humphreys. When is the next fixture? In a week's time. Manchester United. Oh boy. We're going to fall down at some point. But if we can get 9 points before Christmas to get to 30, we'll be home and dry. We will have achieved what we need to achieve. And we're now dropped down to 7th, but that's fine. We were originally predicted to finish in 20th. And it's now gone up to 18th, to 19th. But to be in 7th is absolutely brilliant. 2 great goals from Humphreys. So I don't know. What do you suggest, Charlie, about Delap? What shall I do? Shall I play him in the reserves? If they've got a game this week, I'll put him in the reserves. He can play for 60 minutes in the reserves. I mean, they're a very good team, but they can't tackle. They can't mark. They're not very strong, so I think I'll get stuck in against United. Let's get stuck in. I think they'll probably play control possession, so we'll probably put the line up a little bit higher. Tiki-taka. So we need a higher line. Definitely need to start with a higher line. Just in case. Oh, we've dropped out of the European places because Arsenal beat Everton. No, it's because West Ham drew. Where are Arsenal top? So West Ham have gone above us on goal difference. That's a shame, because we ain't getting anything out of this game. But I'll take a draw against Man United. We're set up to play for a draw again. These are hard games. Very hard games. No offers for Ladapo. No intermediary wants to touch him. I've got, once Tyneman is fit, I've got plenty of left backs. Joe Aribo. Not bad, but not great. Who is this guy? Nah. Not for me. He would be a good signing, but I haven't got any money. Nice DLP at the back there. But he can't tackle and can't mark, so he doesn't fit my system. As yet, it's anything that I would tell you would be total speculation, Oleg. I'd really like to think they're on the case and that they know what they're doing and everything's on track. I released a video a while back with my thoughts saying, will there be an FM25 this year? Will they have a game that is ready to come out? Problem that we have is they're not telling us anything. And that because they're not telling us anything, everybody is just speculating. And I'm speculating as well. One of my worries is that in 10 years, this game will be a console game also available on the PC. That it'd be so watered down for like the 10 to 12-year-old audience that all the skill element of the game will be gone. The spreadsheet stuff that we love and enjoy. And I think that my big worry is that will be gone. But that's 10 years in the future. No, I'm not going to have him on the shortlist. At one point, I thought about signing him. So, but at the moment, everything is speculation. What we do know is that they've worked hard on the women's database. That's got to be good. Whether you play the women's game or not, it's still good. See, the problem is it's now Thursday, and when is our game? Saturday. So I can't put Delap in here. Manchester United would be tough to beat. You bet they will. So everything is just speculation because we absolutely have zero information. We do know the women's game will be there. They put a lot of work into the database. I might try it. Why not? You might get a female audience as a content creator. We also know they've taken various things out. The chalkboard, when I was not YouTuber, I actually loved the chalkboard. Gave me so much information. Taken that out. I'm not sure about the panels, the in-game panels, and whether that will allow you. Let's do corners. That will allow you to make in-game changes. There's a lot of things that I'm unsure about. We know they've done things and they're not focusing on things. Taking out shouts, it doesn't really matter, but I like shouts whether they work or not. I like them. And do I play Delap or Hurst? They're both out of form now. Hurst is probably a better option, as Delap's form is dreadful. Jason's form is absolutely dreadful. So we also know the graphics have been worked on, and it's the graphics that they're having the problems with. I think the match engine will stay the same. There'll be no changes to the way the game operates, which is good news because I know how to do this now. So FM25, if that's the same match engine it's built on, then it will just be a continuation of this, and I know how to win in this now. Pure speculation, Oleg. I have absolutely no idea. Of course, I will buy it because I am a content creator. Not a very big one or a very important one, but I will be playing it. It's important for me to buy it. There was a time when I thought, what is the point of buying it? A bit surprised at how you're not performing. Jack Taylor, come on, you want game time? You're going to have to train. Come on, sunshine. He feels that you've criticised levels of performance and training a bit too often. We'll up your game, sunshine. I think your unhappiness is spilling on. And I might have to rethink your playing time then. If you can't train, then you don't deserve playing time. I'm curious to know if it does release in March, does that mean if... Well, again, we don't know. I personally would like the game to come out earlier. I would like it to come out in October, beginning of October, rather than November. I think we lose 3 months of a season. When the transfer window is finished at the beginning of September, they could update that quicker than they actually do. So I'd like to see it come out earlier. But that's just me. How they will roll that over, who knows? Do we buy a full price game just for 8 months? I don't know. That's the problem. We don't have any information, so we're just speculating. I have absolutely no idea, Oleg. I wish I did. It's bizarre how some players' stats look fantastic, but they end up being completely useless. Attributes, you mean, Salonic, yeah. I think that I tend to get a little bit still moved by a player's star rating. And if I was good just to look at this, a player like Jack Taylor, who now is so upset, he's actually, if we were to put him as a deep line playmaker here on defend, he's actually not bad for what I want to do. He can tackle and he can mark. He's not the greatest in terms of passing, but then none of my team are. His first touch is okay, he anticipates okay, composure's okay, decisions okay, his off the ball's okay, teamwork, work rate's brilliant. So he's actually not bad, and I tend to get a little bit I overcomplicate it by I should ignore these stars completely, but everybody does. Actually get suckered in by these stars, and Ling was a 4-star player when I bought him, but I have to remember my coaching staff and my scouting staff are useless. So they're saying he's 4, but he's actually probably a 2-star. His play, or maybe, I mean, he's training well, he's developing. It just could be his age. He's got 5-star potential. He's worth 43 million. He's just not playing. And I'm wondering how inverted winger should be good for him. His attributes for an inverted winger are very good. The only thing is his vision is terrible, but it is getting better. His work rate is terrible. And I don't think he should be given 4 stars. He should be maybe 2.5 star, because these are vital for an inverted winger. So we can play him as an inside forward, but still vision and passing are important. So that may be it. I've got caught out by these 2 attributes and should have looked better at those. So it's in terms of Ling, that is the problem. He's no teamwork, no vision, and no work rate. His concentration is also dreadful. I've got caught out. Looked at other stats, looked at other attributes rather than what was really important for what I wanted. In my team, as a team coming up to the Prem, teamwork, work rate, determination, aggression, he's got no aggression, are really important attributes. I probably looked at his physicals and thought, for a winger, he's quite a physical player, forgetting the mentals. So that's where I've fallen down on him. And I think the stars system phased me a little bit. He's not going to start in this game. Broadhead is going to start in this game. And he can play as an inverted winger. And he can play as the wing back on support. So I don't want the underlap this time. We're just going to leave that. And here we go, Manchester United. Rashford, the bling guy. Yeah, he's. I've made an error signing him. He's not the player I wanted him to be. And so he's been so poor that I'm not going to start him in this game. His 6.49, and looking at his current form, he's done nothing, absolutely nothing since he arrived. Maximum rating is 6.6. I can't keep starting him over Broadhead, who's not doing much better, but at least he had 1 or 2 good games. So he said he's at least contributed to the team. Okay, let's go. Delap, I'm afraid you're back on the bench. So yeah, I mean, like, I sometimes think I get fooled by the star rating, and it's so easy to get suckered in. Oh, and you're looking through the scouting list. Oh, he's a 4-star, 5-star potential. Instead of looking at the 2 stars and seeing how good they could become. It's oh boy, that is a question. It depends what you're doing. Like the attributes, the important attributes for Newcastle are different for the attributes for Ipswich. I'll as we go, once we finish this game, I'll go through what's important for Ipswich. Our home form is very important. We can beat United. They are below us. I have to remember that they are not playing well, United. I forgot to do that. So I want to go to the opposition instructions. United are below us. And Bruno Fernandes type mark. Yeah, has he got 2 strong feet? He certainly has. And we're going to type mark KB Monu and Maya. Now we're okay with him. That's good for the moment. But I have a very poor record against Manchester United in this game. A very, very poor record playing them. And at some point they are in 13th or so now. At some point they're going to start going up the table. They have some good players in their team, but well done, Broadhead. That's why I want you in there. Determination. Into stand. It's 1-0. Get in. See, I'm right to trust Hurst. What a strike. What a strike. The most important attributes for all players, apart from your front players, your midfielders and your defenders, they must be strong. They must have good agility and balance. You're not going to have 16, 17 attributes, but they've got to have agility and balance. Like, they're not going to fall over all the time. They've got to be really brave. Your defenders have to be really brave, because they are going to have to throw their bodies in front of the shots all the time. Midfielders have to be brave, have to be able to mark, have to be able to tackle. And those are the things that I'm looking for the defence. And they have to have good teamwork. Teamwork's so important. Aggression is important. You want a team that's... If you're going to survive, you're going to have to be aggressive. You're going to have to take the ball off teams. And that goes with bravery. If you're brave and aggressive, you're going to survive. And those are the attributes I look for. I don't care about their dribbling and their off the ball and all the rest of it. We will score some goals, but to be defensively solid, you must have those attributes in your squad. We have got another one. Hursty has made it 2-0. Get in. Yes. This is not believable. I must have set the line up absolutely perfectly. What a cross. What a header. Goalkeeper just about got it, but Hursty has done it again. Broadhead is having a cracking game out on the left there. So Ling might be on the bench for a while. And Hurst has just been outstanding. But this game is not done yet. Balance and... Yeah, absolutely. Balance, agility. You can't dribble without having good balance and good agility. You must have them. And acceleration as well. Acceleration's really important for dribbling. Absolutely. I am absolutely delighted at the moment. Couldn't have been a better start. Lovely pass. Go on, Burnsy. Unlucky. I just have no idea what happened there. Absolutely no idea. But we cannot get complacent. Humphreys picking them up. When you're picking up the loose balls, you know things are going well. When you're giving it away, though, things are not going very well. But this game's far from over. And I need to keep an eye on it. And they're going to come back into it. One chance offside. So I want to just check. Yeah, they're attacking down the flanks. Even though they're playing with the tiki-taka, their attacks are down the flanks. So I don't want them going down the flanks. So we'll pull the line back. What a start! Doesn't come any better than that. Go on, Morton. Go on, have a poke. Go on. Oh, it's brilliant. Back heel to Humphreys. And it took a deflection. That was brilliant football. We are playing such good football for such a poor team. And we are really pummeling United. They look like a very poor team. But they've got some big names in there. Big names. Varane is still in there. But are they getting old? We've kept them to not having a shot, and we've been brilliant. I'm struggling to believe this, unless they've been playing in Europe. Is this a European hangover again? Where they're playing their first team because they're taking us seriously and they're tired, maybe. Let's have a look at their fitness. I didn't have a look at their fitness. Nah, nobody's really that tired. They're quite fit. And it is their first team, though. Only Kobe Mainu is tired. We lost 2-0. That's a really good result. I'd be quite pleased with that. And I think you're using the lines system, and it's testament to the lines system that you got that result. No, I want to get one of the updated databases when I start the Manchester United rebuild, so that I've got the squad that they're using now. That'll be a challenge. Go on, son. Go on, have a poke. Oh. And so once the journeyman save is over, which hopefully will be this season, I'll be starting Manchester United rebuild, the Amarin style. I think I've got it worked out now, what roles to use. And we'll see how we get on with that. Penalty, ref! It's got to be a penalty. Are we going to go 3-0 up against United? So I will be getting it before that, Oleg, before that stream start. Yeah, I'm going to use FM Scout, I think. Or is it the sorted out one that I'm going to use? And he scored, and we are 3-0 up against United. And Broadhead wants that left wing berth. He does not want Ling playing there. It's 26 minutes gone, and we are hammering them. They're going to have to change something. Hit the post, though. It's like... Yeah, teaching them to run back. If you lose the ball, sprint back. And it was funny to see the training clips, what he was doing, because they had to sprint all the way to the goal line. And they were doing that time and time and time again. So he was combining fitness with the fact that they had to sprint back. It was quite clever. So they don't like it. They don't want to run like that, these players. So we have to, in the transfer windows now, we have to find players who want to run like that. Not pretty players who just want to sit in a hole somewhere and wait for the ball to come to them and never do anything defensively. We need players who are going to run all day. And I don't know what's going on here, but we are totally taking United apart. I've absolutely no idea. It could be a game of two halves, maybe. I don't know what's going on. United have hardly been in our half. They have not been in our half very much, even though we're in a low block. Go on, that's nearly offside. I just don't believe it. I don't believe what's happening here. And for a low block, we are pushing them really deep into their half. I don't understand what's... They still have not had a shot. This is Manchester United, who I struggle with so much. But they need to, if they're going to beat me, they need to change this, because it's obviously not working. They need to change this system and focus more up the middle and catch me out. but they are incessantly going down the wings. And nobody has had even a key pass. Is this going to be a game of two halves, though? Yeah, I know none of them have been able to change the date, Oleg. It's unfortunate, but it just doesn't work. Yeah, we've done very, very well. I'm not going to say anything other than we've done very well. I want to check to see if they've made substitutions, and they have. Lindelof and Mainu have both come off. So Eriksson is a very good player, so we want to keep him quiet. He's come on for Mainu. We want to keep Eriksson quiet. I often get caught out by half-time substitutions when I'm leading by a lot. So that's why I wanted to check that. I mean, I can't complain about the way anybody's playing. It's been absolutely brilliant. Just got to... There's my light going again. Just got to make sure that they don't start playing down the middle with Eriksson in there now. Because if they keep playing this way, we should just add to our tally here. Go on, Chaplin. Go on, son. Unlucky boy. Unlucky. And he went past. He went past the defender as well. He gave him a yard, and we've started the second half on top. They are looking more to go down the left, but they still haven't created a single chance. And we're still dominating the highlights. We're picking up the loose balls. Everything looks really nice. Maybe it was team selection, and I needed to make those two changes. Hurst and Ling. Hurst and Broadhead. That's a poor corner. Broadhead is basically saying, I don't want Ling to play. I want that left wing shirt. And I like that of players coming into the team, taking their chance. I mean, right from the first minute he took his chance. Unlucky. It was a good effort. But I don't need to change anything. I mean, I could look to capitalise on the fact we're dominant and go positive. But it's for Manchester United to try and create a chance, not for me to do anything. We're 3-0 up, unbelievably. And that would be 5 points so far that we've got, not the 4 I was hoping for. That's a lovely cross. If we can win this second ball... Go on, Broadhead. Unlucky, Sam. And they still... we are 60 minutes into this game. United have not created a chance. No wonder they're down in 13th. I thought we were a bad team. Just wondering what their predicted finish was. They look like relegation candidates. And I also remember things like looking... Oh, he's hit the bar. What a chance. Like looking for substitutions when a team is being hammered at halftime. Look for substitutions. Because if you don't take out playmakers... they will score. I've been caught by that so many times that now I make sure I look. If they're being badly beaten, have they made substitutions? And then do something with the playmakers. I think the United manager could be getting sacked very soon in this save. That's an idea, isn't it? Just take the manager's job when he gets sacked. I mean, we might be in with a shout of getting it, since we have taken Ipswich to like 6th in the Premier League. A bunch of no-hopers. We might have a chance of getting it. Harwood Bellis. I've noticed my defenders, Harwood Bellis and McKenna, are starting to play a lot better. They're more composed. And maybe they're beginning to work better together, which is why we're getting good results. That might be something. I think I need to make a couple of changes. There's some tired people on the pitch. Oh, that was a bullet. But at the moment, 3-0 up. Even if United can create a chance and score, I still can't see this game. I can't see any way back into the game. They still have not changed the way they're playing, and that is a problem. Their manager needs to change the way they're playing, and he's not doing it. He's still looking to go down the flanks. And our defence is coping with it really easily. And we look brilliant on the counter. Come on, Burnsy. Go on. You're round your man. Lovely cross. Into the box. It's Hurst. What a save. And it's time to make some changes, but not before the corner. Yeah, that would be kind of cool if I could get the Man United job. We could do the Amarin style with that Man United team. Unlucky, Sam. I think we should be more than 3-0 ahead. But I would say that's my responsibility, not the game. Because if I'd gone more attacking, I would have... let's give Jack Taylor a game then. Let's give Jason a game. Certainly not taking Hursty off. Humphreys probably needs a rest. Leif Davis. So let's bring on Hartel in the middle. Get some fresh legs on there. See what Jason can do in that attacking mid role. Hurst is having a good game. Very good game. He's absolutely worrying the central defenders to death. Look at these stats. I'd love it if we could keep United to not having one shot. Go on, son. Oh. Oh boy. How do you decide for your defenders whether to play? Basically, it's composure, decisions, and then passing and vision. If those aren't really good, then just have them as a central defender. What you don't want them doing is making poor decisions and dribbling the ball out, or trying to do a complicated pass and giving it away. So yeah, composure, decisions. If they're not very good, don't have them as ball playing defenders. And dribbling, of course, if they can't dribble or pass the ball. You may have them in the team for other reasons, because they're physically strong, because they're extremely good in the air, because they are brilliant team workers, they are good leaders. You might have them in the team for all sorts of reasons, but if they can't play as a ball-playing defender, then don't play them. They've had a shot. Man United have had a shot. But they're still playing down the flanks. It's so weird what they're doing. Wes Burns is tired. And Leif Davis. Firpo So I will move Jason over here. And Broadhead can come into this position. And Ling comes on as a sub. And then hopefully we'll see the game out now. But United have had a shot. That's a bit worrying. And it was on target. They've got an XG of 0.04. I really can't think that they're going to score 3 goals in 10 minutes. I think we've done the job. Like, the mentals depends on what kind of a team you are. For this Ipswich team, I'd like them to be 11 or 12 for the mentals. More if I can find it. And for the technical abilities, at least an 11. For passing and vision, at least an 11. For the standard of this team, I'd like to find better. But if I can't find better than 11, then there are going to be central defenders. Especially at this level in the Prem. Because they're just going to make mistakes. And we want to cut out mistakes as much as we can. For a good ball-playing defender, you'd like 14s. 14s would be good. Well, this has been an outstanding performance. And they're still trying to play down the flanks. They have not changed this at all. Surprises me about United. Oh. What happened there? Offside, was it? Oh, it's full time. So we have beaten Manchester United by 3-0. I just don't understand this game sometimes. We went off like rockets. We're now in 6th. We have 24 points now. We are 6 away from the 30 that I want before Christmas. What a team this is turning out to be. Into the Europa League. Yeah. We're still waiting for the decline. Hurst again. He's the man. Need to have a word with Delap and say, look at what he's doing, boy. This is what we need from you. And we've got... I mean, this is turning out to be really good. Brentford next. On the 4th. So there is... 30... So it's Wednesday, yeah. So I need to give them a rest. That result has just shocked me. We've got 5 points from those games, and I was expecting... Absolutely, Crush. How are you doing, Crush? Nice to see you again. Like, absolutely. What are United? They're in 14th, and I think they're in 14th or 13th in real life. If we have a look, I'm curious about the season preview and where they're expected to finish. They're expected to finish 7th. So I do expect they will climb up the table. And I do expect we will fall down the table. But I'm trying to get to that 30 points before Christmas. I think that these are all the available jobs. Shall I apply for it? Shall I apply? Wouldn't that be fun? Let's apply for it. A late entry for the... And who is the favourite? Who's the favourite? We're probably not going to get it because I'm not of the calibre that they want. The favourite is Ruud van Nistelrooy. He's not as good as me. I've got that. If they interview me, they'll know. So, Good idea, Ollie. Let's apply for the... Let's give myself a dilemma if it happens. I'm doing well in Europe, first season in the Prem. Europe in the first season in the Prem, be wild. I mean, absolutely. We're not going to do it, though. Absolutely not going to do it. And any expectation that I have now should be tempered with, we are not going to do it. But my goal of finishing in 14th is looking a lot better. Goal of the month. I mean, that goal, I got to see that goal. I have to see that. That was like a spanking goal, that was. If it's not the curler, but the other one, this should be goal of the month. I don't know how good the goal of the month was. Oh no, this is the curler. It's not that one, it's the other one. Was a much better goal. And I don't know how good. That didn't even get in to the goal of the month ratings. No, I think because there's a favourite, that job's been up for offer for a while. I just haven't been interested in doing it. But it will be good for the beginner save, because I think the beginners who are tuning in can see that by using a certain system, by using the lines and getting just grinding out whatever you can, that you can actually survive. And that's what this save is about. To show people that moving from one league to another, you can survive quite easily. I think 14th would be good, but I'm now looking at maybe top 10, which would be even better. Oof, we got an A+. A+ from the fans as well. I'm not surprised. And I've done it all with pretty much the championship players that have come up. You don't have to make tons of signings. The application has been unsuccessful. I don't want to go to that. So with these players, like the first team, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the first team came up with the championship squad. So you don't have to do anything crazy in the transfer window. It's what you do on the pitch and how you manage on the pitch that counts. I do want to buy this guy. I like the look of him. And the reason I like the look of him is his Mentos. And he's got very good physicals as well. He can also pass a ball. He can mark and tackle. And I only need 4.2 million. I need to sell one player. And then I can buy him. The FA Cup third round, we don't want to go through all that. So we'll just find out who we got. Blackburn in the Championship. I just played Blackburn in the Newcastle save in the Cup. We beat them 7-0. Let's hope it's a repeat. Hey, Mr. K, good to see you. How are you these days? Good to see you. My assistant and I are having this little battle with Ling and Delap. He wants Ling and Delap. I want Broadhead and Hurst. And I think my way is slightly better than his. But I do need to find out if there's any tiredness there. Nothing. Morale is good among the first team. It's not very good among the bench players. It's pretty awful, in fact. I mean, Jack Taylor's been getting 20 minutes each game. He hasn't impressed me. He hasn't done anything wrong, but he hasn't impressed me. That is a good sign. Remember, it was a broken line before? And I did say on the visuals they looked a lot more composed at the back. And it says they have a fairly decent partnership now, which is really good. In terms of the dynamics, the squad are starting to improve as a team. Currently have 5 unhappy players at the club. I want to sell these boys. Cameron Burgess has been transfer listed for ages. So if I could sell these players, I could bring in that boy I was looking at. Edmondson, 2.9 million, transfer listed. Jack Taylor. Get rid of him. I think he's 12 mil he's worth. 12.5. Sell him. We could bring in some decent players. George Hurst, he must be happy by now. He's been playing every game. So look at the promises. He's not even there anymore. Some must have been running about on buses. Got to take my son to the opticians. Wife has her feet up. Does that make a change? Oh, I would imagine it does, Mr. K. I don't suppose she has her feet up very often. So you're a busy boy today. Me, I'm a busy boy as well. After this, I've got to go and do some food shopping. And then I've got to go and see the doctor later on. So yeah, I'm a busy boy. Average match rating of 7. And what is his rating now? Average rating 7.29. So I much prefer him over Delap at the moment. It might change, and he starts not scoring, and Delap gets one. Where are we now? Back down to 7th. Chelsea pushed us down to 7th. But there's 15 games gone. If we get 3 points here now, we could go up as high as 6th. It'd be 6th again, but we'd be level on points with Newcastle. And I'm getting carried away here, so I do want to just check on tiki-taka. Same as Manchester United. So we'll keep the setup exactly the same. So higher line, low block. I don't think we need that on for this game, but I think we keep it exactly the same. Don't get stuck in. And then we watch for where they're going to focus their play. Where are Brentford in the table? 15th. So that probably means their form is terrible. No, they've recovered. They're in the Europa League, but they have won their last 2 Premier League games. Beat Newcastle 1-0 and Bournemouth 2-0. So now we're going to have to play well to beat these. And it's the teams that you think that you're going to do well against. You have to be much more vigilant. I didn't think we had a chance against Man United. And we got 3 points. It's these games you have to be much more vigilant. And we are away. So I'm going to make sure we're balanced. That's a shame we didn't get an interview. It's just too early, I think, for the Man United job. Got to be a couple of seasons in. Delap. No, we're not doing Delap and Ling. Focus play down the middle. Looking at, they've got a 3 in the middle there. I don't think that's a good idea. At least not yet. We are starting to look like relationships are forming. Really good ones. Harry Clark could be sold, maybe. I'd have to bring in another right back. So, although Sola can play as right back, shall we put Harry Clark up for sale? Ask the agent about market interest. Offers worth around 27 million. If you could. I think Wolves are prepared to make an offer. I believe I can bring to the table one or more offers worth around 27 million. Let's do it. That is what we're looking for. That would be cool. And so Clark and Solar can now come onto the bench because he can play as the right back. So if we can get in 27 million, oh my goodness, what a transfer window that is going to be. Yeah, we're doing well, Oleg. Tottenham will have a vacancy. Maybe I should just see Ipswich through this season and then see where it goes. I want you to pick up. What I am going to do, if there are any beginners out there looking on quietly, I'm going to, at the end of the season, leave the save for you. So you can download it from where it is, and then you can see where you can take them after that. Just apply the principles that we are. Yeah, let's pick up where we left off. So I will, at the end, leave the save. And if there's any beginners out there, then you can just pick it up and carry on and see what you can do then. Right, okay. Oh, missed the important bit. He does change his mind. And I need to... Who's the playmaker here? It's not him. Norgard. He is the playmaker. So let's type mark him. It might be Oleg, unless people say to me, oh, please carry on. The idea of this save is to just show beginners how it's done. How do you get from a league like the Championship and do okay in the Prem? Survive, basically, because it's not easy. And if you can do this, if you can learn how to do this from Championship to Prem, then you can do any promotion, because this is the hardest one. And that was the idea of the save. And unless people say, oh, let's carry on, let's join other clubs, and people want me to carry on, then I was planning just to get through the season where we got to. But if people want me to carry on, look for other jobs, see where we can actually get before FM25 arrives, then why not? It's just on what people want, really. I mean, you're the guys who have to watch it, so I'm just playing it. So the journeyman will turn into the Manchester United rebuild. And they are playing down the middle. Visually, you can clearly see that. So the higher line is very, very important. And I don't suppose they are going to go outside that area there. I did take get stuck in off, didn't I? I don't like giving away lots of free kicks. But at the moment, we are not having the same success against Brentford as we did against Manchester United. It's a different game, this. Aaron Hickey is always a difficult player. And it's us this time who are struggling to put anything together. So let's have another big game, Broadhead. They do. McKenna and Howard Bellis look much more composed now than they did in the first 5 or 6 games. Just visually, they look better. Oh, what a chance! Hurst, that's bread and butter for you. But it wasn't Hurst. It was Chaplin, I think, in there. Hurst would have scored twice then. Oh, we've got the play back again. But they definitely were focusing down the middle. Visually, it looked like that anyway. Wrexham save would be insane. I wouldn't have time to do a Wrexham save. I don't think. Oh, over the crossbar. We are looking like a good team at the moment. But it's not on target. But we're looking good. If we can score goals, make the most of the chances we're making, we're looking very good. And they're not coming down the middle at us now. These two boys are playing well. And they've picked the wrong way to play against us. I'm pretty sure of that. Another set piece. The more set pieces we get, the more chance there is of one going in. But it also, I mean, this save has also highlighted the danger of playing with a counter press. If you can't do it, don't click that button. It's madness to click that button if you can't do it. So just leave it off. I mean, I've got Ipswich at the moment. I think they're regrouping, aren't they? Don't be afraid to use these. People almost are afraid to use these. This is just Amarins. Run back as fast as you can. It's, don't be afraid to experiment with them. They work. I've experimented with the lower line. It works. If you're holding on to a game and they're desperately looking to get outside you, drop your line back to lower. Make it harder for them to go outside. Good tackle, Sam. Have you done a save where you started from absolutely nothing? Yeah, that's the current Newcastle save. We're in our 10th season and we've pretty much done everything that we need to do. That's we started off in Persib in Indonesia. And then we got a job in Hiroshima where we won the Asian Champions League. That was a poor pass. And then we went to South Africa, to Sundowns, took them from the second division to the first. We won the African Champions League. Leif Davis is having a great game, but he does need to come off the tackles a little bit. And then we went to Brazil, to Coritiba. And yeah, that was... And we've ended up in Newcastle looking for our final trophy. Oh my word, the goalkeeper could have picked that up. So yeah, just done that, and we're in our 10th season looking for the European Champions League, and along the way we've won 28 trophies so far. Potential to be 32 trophies by the end of it. So yeah, we've just done that one. Okay, through the middle and more down the left now. This is what a tiki-taka team can do. They can change their focus of attack very easily. I think Hickey is the problem. So what I'm going to do is focus my play down the left. If Hickey's going missing, we might get some joy down the left. I don't know. It's a thought. But we're being beaten at the moment. So we have to do something a little different. But their attacks are definitely down my left-hand side and towards the centre of the left. In these areas. Nicely done. Now we can set up a counter here. Oh, they're very cocky at the moment, Ipswich, aren't they? Little back heels all over the pitch. Burns is in. No, it's going to be a corner. What have I learned from a save like that? Just to keep on the board's back. Every time you are successful, just keep asking them for things. And if you're successful, they'll give it to you. You win a trophy, ask for something. Get in, Harwood Bellis. We're taking the lead. And see, you make little changes like that based on what you're seeing, and the game rewards you. Not always from the left, but it just gives you a reward if you make a correct change. And that's probably something to do with focus the play down the left. And it's just rewarded me for making that change. So what have I learned? Just keep asking the board for stuff. Because I'm always reluctant and don't remember to do it as much as I should. But I kept asking for coaching badges and got them very, very quickly. Because when we were winning trophies and titles, they were quite willing to do it. So, yeah, if you're successful, keep asking. I think I'd got them all by the time I got to South Africa, or even might have been early Brazil. So, yeah, just keep asking them. That's a poor pass, Chaplin. Put my defence in all sorts of trouble there. Yeah, I was right. They're focusing their attacks down there. But we've got them. Absolutely, Vangelis. I'd say this is a hugely successful season so far. And we are way overachieving. We haven't won anything, but I think the board would be absolutely ecstatic. Yeah, of course, this is success. And we may even get into the Champions League. This is a success. Get in, almost. At the moment, we are looking very, very good, but you've got to always remember, this can go the other way. It can easily go the other way. So do not get complacent out there. Harwood Bellis, seems anxious. Let's big him up a little bit then. I'm happy with your performance tonight, right? He's not anxious anymore. Hurst is doing okay. I trust him. Everybody's doing okay. We don't at the moment need to change anything. The higher line's working. What should I ask? So, I should ask for training facilities. I think that's probably what Ipswich needs more than anything. And like you remember, even in this episode, I asked them to increase the transfer revenue. And they did it. We were successful. We're having a great season, and so they accepted my request. At the end of this month, I will ask them to up the transfer budget. So as we come into December the 20th, if we are still in 6th, I want an increased transfer budget. And that's the end of the matter. So in the past, I have seen them do, yeah, you're doing really well, so here's 14 million. Yeah, that's what I've learned from doing that journeyman save, was to just keep asking. Penalty, ref? Always keep asking them. But, not like every week. And it has to be to do with success. What's happened there? Ajar has gone down. Looks like he's not well. He's got the flu. Hickey hasn't really done anything since I changed my focus down the left. He's still the same. We are playing well down the left. Broadhead isn't playing badly. He's getting tired. Have you had saves so things go always? Always. FM always does that to you. The more seasons you play, the more horribly wrong it's going to go. And that's a computer game for you. That's nothing to do with football. That's just to do with computer games. Always. I mean, you weren't around, most of you, when we started FM24. And we got, like, Notts County, we flew to the title in League 2. And then League 1, we murdered everybody in League 1. Championship, first season, we did really well. I think we finished in 7th. Doing really, really well at this point. Looking for promotion in season 4. It went nastily wrong. For some reason, the whole dressing room turned on me. I don't know why. It went absolutely nastily wrong. Chaplin hasn't had a good game. His passing has been off today. Passing has been well off. Leif Davis has had a good game. Since I switched it, Broadhead is getting tired. I just need to keep an eye on those, because we definitely are thinking we need to hang on. I mean, if you look at how defensive we have been, this is a defensive setup we're playing. I'm not interested really in attacking. There's actually only been 5 shots during the whole game. 6 shots during the whole game, and that one was from 40 yards, and I'd be very surprised if that went in. So we are playing completely defensively. Broadhead has gone now. Come on, Ling, do something. Oh, we given away a penalty, have we? Oh, come on, boys. Oh, boys. The number of times that we've deserved a penalty and haven't got one. And here we go. They've hardly had a chance in the game. But then again, neither have we. 1-1. But then, would I take a 1-1 draw away at Brentford any day of the week with this Ipswich team? I can't complain about these boys. I would take a 1-1, but I need to work out why this is happening. Because they are going down the flanks now. And once again, I didn't see it. Yapping again. You can clearly see this is taken over now. And that's why it's happened, and I didn't see it. So I need to, for the moment, pull my line back and defend a bit deeper. In the same way as we got rewarded for our switch of play, I got punished because I didn't see that they were playing more down the flanks now. And if you miss something, you'll get punished. But we're not finished yet. Leif Davis is playing well down that left-hand side. We're not finished. But neither are Brentford, has to be said. And there we are. They're getting around the back. But we've defended it well. So I didn't see that shift in focus. In the last 4 seasons, I was predicted to finish 24th. Finished with predicted to finish 24th 2 times. 22nd, and I finished 2 times on 9th, once on 10th. Well, that is awesome performance, Vangelis. That is success. And you should be asking the board for finances at that time. That constitutes success. If you're predicted to finish bottom and you finish like 9th or 10th, that is a successful season. So I would be asking the board for something. Perhaps a new contract. Well, why not? I definitely, when you're successful, ask the board for something. And I will be asking the board for more transfer money. Sometimes it's paid off. When you're doing well, like this, they'll give you a bit of cash. And then what we could do with that money, especially if we can sell Burgess for 26 mil, and the board give us an extra 12, we'll have money to spend. Good money to spend. Come on, boys. Come on, we can beat Brentford. We're still in this game. Well, when is Ling going to do something decent? When is he going to do? And Delap. Come on, boys. Burns is in, Delap is in, and he's put it straight in the hands of the goalkeeper. Well, it's not Delap's going to do the special thing, then is it going to be Ling? How many opportunities is Delap need? You want to play in this team, you've got to earn the right to play in it. And he's not taking chances from 2 yards out. Come on, Ling, set something up. Terrible cross. Oh boy, have I told Leif Davis not to? Yeah. I'm wondering if I should just get more crosses into the box. Don't dribble down there. Just cross. And see if Delap can score with his head. He's actually a big, strong boy, isn't he? I don't like this down the middle stuff now. But that's okay. That's all right. That long shot. Have I got any subs left? Yeah. Let's have a look at these tired players. Morton, central of the midfield. Jack Taylor can have another chance. Firpo for Leif Davis. Grossable needs to ease off the tackles. These two boys are tired, but that's okay. I wonder if I say cross more often. Just see if Delap can get on the end of one of the crosses. He's quite a big, strong boy. Oh, but we've been beaten. Done by a penalty and a set piece. Done by a penalty and a set piece. Oh, come on. All the players are tired now. I had to make a choice, and I just thought better to take the defender off. I don't think we deserve to lose. I think we've deserved a draw. But they are a better team than us. It's not always going to go right. It's not always going to be Manchester United. I don't know what Ling is doing. His composure must be about 5. So what was he doing there? What? His composure's decent. He just seems to be all over the place. Okay, we've been done. I need to get a goal, so I'm going to push up. See if we can get that goal. I think we've been unlucky. A penalty and a set piece. But if you're not clinical, if we don't create and score chances, then they will. I think that'll push us out of the top 7. Yeah, it pushes us down to 8th now. It's a bit of a shame. That's the risk of pushing higher up. Oh, he was fouled. The risk of pushing higher up is they're going to get behind us easy. Let's try attacking. Let's go for this equaliser. Come on, boys. Come on. I thought we had this game. I did make a mistake in the first half. I didn't realise that they were going down the flanks. Too much yapping. Not enough eyes on the game. Go on, Burnsy. Oh, Delap's missed again. Was that Delap? We have to score those chances. There were 3 of them in there. We got to score those chances. Four minutes to go. Is there going to be another highlight for us? Are we going to create another chance? We're now attacking, trying to get further up the pitch, but we're going to leave big gaps. Gaps that this defence couldn't deal with. All in the quest for the equaliser. But they could make a mistake messing about like that at the back. He went past Ling like he wasn't there. Delap. Ling. Loses the ball. I think a spell in the reserves for you, Ling, might be the answer. Just doesn't have the right mentors, the work rate, the vision, the team. He's not a team player, so he just doesn't have the right mentals. He's not working hard enough. He had oh my word. He had opportunities to take the ball off that guy, then he just didn't work hard enough. Yeah, Byrne has had a poor game. Ling has had an absolute nightmare again. Delap has been poor again. I just can't play them. But it's okay. We finished the episode on 8th. We have 24 points. We are 6 points away from the 30 that I want at Christmas. We're almost there. And we've got some better fixtures coming up. I say better, they're all difficult. They're all difficult now. And that was an example of why I can't go attacking with this team. There's no way I can attack with this team, because as soon as I attack, they score. And that's why I'm playing in... It was a good goal. It was... Thanks, Salonic. Appreciate it. We'll be back on Wednesday. I mean, I still think 12th or 13th, 14th will be a good result for this team. They're very poor compared to the rest of the division. And we've just been taught a lesson. And we need to learn from that. I do. Their performance was very poor. And I don't know what to do about Ling and Delap. They're both on loan. But I can't send them back, can I? It's a difficult situation. I have to ask... They have to ask for them to come back. I can't send them back. Can I terminate loans, I wonder? If I go and have a look at Ling. Loan cannot be terminated. I'm stuck with him. So unless I might drop him completely and they ask for him back. And the same with Delap, I guess. Loan cannot be terminated. It's just, I don't know how to do this. It's a tough one. I'm going to rest the boys. Even though they didn't play very well, we'll rest them. The next stream is going to be on Wednesday. The next Ipswich stream is on Wednesday. The next stream is tomorrow night, which will be continuing the Journeyman. That is 8 o'clock. So if you are free for that one, join us for the Journeyman save, which is a different kind of save. We've got ourselves now a very good team in that, and we should be winning stuff in that save. So different kind of save, different kind of pressures, different things that I need to do. What I need to do now is go food shopping. And then I'll just about have enough time to get to the doctors. And feel like visiting prison. It's the same as going to the doctors. For me. Oh, I love it. I don't know what problems they found now. So I'll go and get that done, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. But anybody who's around at 8 o'clock tomorrow, I'm doing the Newcastle Journeyman save. Hopefully it's the end of that save, and we'll get the 32 trophies that we want. So thanks for coming, guys. I appreciate it. I really enjoy doing this. I love chatting with you guys. And I'll go and do my stuff now. See you Wednesday. Take care. Stay safe. If you haven't liked, make sure you drop a like before you leave. Thanks so much for supporting the channel. I appreciate it. See you on Wednesday.